Great. Let's bring our hands together in prayer position in front of our heart center, and we'll begin some slow flow sun salutations. So make sure you're standing at the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up, taking a baby back bend. Exhale, folding forward. Bend it through the knees if you need to, otherwise straight legs, hands to the floor. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Stepping back for our first one. Finding yourself in plank position. Anytime that feels too strong, you're bringing your knees to the floor. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, taking a baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. We'll do that 2 more times to warm up our spine for our first sun salute. Exhale. Elbows working in toward your ribs. Inhale. Exhale. And staying with cobra or coming onto the tops of your feet, straighten your arms, upward dog. Exhale. Coming back into downward dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. Check your fingers and thumbs are spread nice and wide. Press the floor away, roll your upper arms in toward each other, lifting through your spine, lift into the hips, lift the belly. And gently pressing the heels down toward the floor. On your next inhale, option to raise the right leg up or just stepping it forward, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Stepping that foot in between your hands, flatten your back foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hips move down toward the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back into plank. When you're ready, lowering down, coming up through cobra or upward dog. Exhale, lifting back into downward dog. Inhale, raise the left leg. Stepping that foot through, flatten through your back foot. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dropping the hips down toward the earth beneath you. Take a nice deep breath here. And inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back into plank, lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, lift back into downward dog. Looking between your hands and either walking or jumping your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, either rolling up or straight legs, lift through the belly and reverse swan dive up, baby back bend. Exhale. Hands in front of your heart center. Take a deep breath here. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Jumping or stepping back into plank. Holding plank. On your next exhale, lower down. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. Holding for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Flatten your back foot. Inhale. Crescent lunge. Take a deep breath here. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back into plank, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhaling, raise your left leg up. Exhale, taking it through. Flatten your back foot. Inhale up into crescent lunge. Exhale, soften the hips down. Take a full breath here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back into plank. Lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, lift back into downward dog. Looking between your hands and jumping or stepping your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. On your inhale, finding your way up to stand. Exhale. Take a deep breath. Opening your palms forward, finding yourself in mountain pose again. Taking a couple of breaths to reset. And just allow some of the sun salute goodness and yumminess assimilate in our mind and body. All right, inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep the arms down, coming through chair. Hold chair position. So nice and long and lifted through your front body, grounding down into your feet, dropping your hips down. Inhale, hands together. Doing that 2 more times, sweeping the arms down and up. Finding yourself in chair position. So you don't have to drop down into a deep squat. If you like, you can actually bring your hips quite upright and above your ankles if you prefer. Inhale, come up to stand, palms together. Exhale, sweeping the arms down and through. Staying with your breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Take a couple of breaths. Beautiful. All right, from here, we're going to do a little bit of a vinyasa without the usual up dog, down dogs. So we're still going to flow through a sequence. I will show you a little bit face on, but I want you guys to stay lengthways on your mat as you are. So from here, we're going to go into tree pose and step back into a lunge from our tree. So getting ready to move into a balancing pose now. So just starting to focus your mind. One of my favorite secrets for balancing poses is using your mind to coordinate this sensation or feeling of drawing everything into the midline of your body. It's not like you can actually get all your muscles and go, okay, guys, move inwards. But if you use your mind and proprioceptive awareness in your body to have this experience of like, okay, energetically, physically, everything has got to draw in and hug into that center line of gravity as much as possible. It can give you this really incredible coordination and steadiness to be able to balance. So getting ready for tree pose. I'll go through modifications on the first side. So starting with your big toes to the floor, and already start to notice I've got quite open hips. So if I don't do that lift and draw in and activate my body, I'm already losing the battle of everything's a little bit off. So coordinating as many muscles as possible to join the party and lift up, toes to the floor. Build that nice foundation first. If you feel you can go further, bringing your foot to your ankle. Further still, starting to bring your hands to prayer. Take hold of your ankle and press the sole of your foot into your inner thigh, and then your inner thigh is pressing into your foot. So there's that two-way, again, like seeing that midline, everything's hugging in. Inhale, reach up. And taking that strong connection with the earth beneath you. With tree pose, sometimes people like to imagine roots growing down from the soles of their feet into the earth beneath you. So taking that nice, strong, steady-minded energy, earth connection. So you guys stay there. And from here, carefully releasing your foot, but keep lifting up. Keep lifting, 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 taking that knee in front and taking the arms down and back, taking the leg back, toes reaching for the floor, coming back into high runner's lunge. All right. Holding here for a few breaths. We'll stay here about 5 breaths on each side. So checking that your knee is above your ankle, lengthening into your back heel, shoulders down away from your ears. And on your next exhalation, spin your back foot down at about 45 degrees, or your toes can point out a little if you like. And then inhale into warrior one. Drop down into that front thigh. And if you like, palms together, looking up at your hands. One more breath. Good. And then release the hands. Turn your toes facing forward back into high runner's lunge. Lift through your belly, squeeze the hips in toward each other, and come back up to standing. Nice. All right, let's do the other side. So starting to shift your weight over to the right foot now. Toes to the floor first. So even if you're going to stop here, just starting with this modification anyway, even if you're planning to go further, starting with this modification and setting up that foundation of navel drawing in, lift through the Mula Bandha, get nice and firm through your thighs. Then further still is the ankle, or bring the sole of your foot to your inner thigh. Palms together in prayer position. Everything's hugging in, sole of your foot and your thigh pressing in toward each other. And take the arms up. Shoulders down away from your ears, but keep reaching into your fingertips. And maybe a little curling upwards of the lips, soften through the face. Always brings a beautiful sweetness to your practice when you can crack a smile. Okay, ready? Now we'll transition into our high runner's lunge by taking our knee forward, shifting our arms back, taking that leg back, toe reaches for the floor behind you, and inhale. Lengthen into your back heel. Modified version is to bring that back knee down to the floor. Hips are squeezing in toward each other. And just breathing. One more breath. Now planting that back foot down, either toes in or even out slightly, and bringing the back ribs around, palms together, taking your gaze up toward your hands, finding your breath. Don't be afraid to drop down into that front thigh. Slowly release. Bring that heel forward again, shifting your weight forward. Come up to stand. And take a little standing break. And we're going to do another similar series now. I will face forward for this one, but you guys can keep standing where you are. All right, so shifting our weight to our right foot, coming into eagle pose. I'll go through the modifications again as well, and you can just stop wherever it feels comfortable for you. So taking your left toes to the outside of your right foot. Okay, hanging out there for a moment, remembering to zip everything in. Start to come into a half squat. Further still, to pick up the left toes and see if you can hook your big toe around the back of your right ankle. Navel drawing in, envisioning everything hugging into the midline of your body. Drop down into your hips. Now, option here to take your arms just in front, and then Anjali Mudra, or you might like to take eagle arms out to the side. Or for more of a shoulder stretch, taking the right arm under, wrapping them around. Slowly release. And before we come out of this pose, we're going to go straight down to the floor by taking your left knee back behind the right leg, bending through that right leg. Keep lifting up, control the movement to come down to sit in a seated spinal twist. Hips to the floor. Get nice and relaxed through the hips. Soften through your belly and wrap your left elbow around your right knee and turn to look over your right shoulder. So there's a few things going on here. You might feel into that rotation and twist through your spine. You might be feeling it even through your abdominal region in your gut, that nice twisting contraction. Or if you're really hugging in through that knee, you might start feeling a bit of a stretch through your outer right hip. I'm just staying there for a few more breaths. And slowly release, come back around to center. And we're going to go out the same way we came in. So it's a trust thing. You got to shift your weight over to this right foot, lift up. We're going to come back up into tree. But the option now for tree pose is either coming back into a regular tree or taking the top of the foot to the front of the hip. Just holding here for a few breaths. If you're familiar with wrapping your opposite arm around to take hold of your big toe, you can raise the right arm up. One more breath. Exhale. Release. And give your right foot an applause. You did good. It was a lot on the one side, yeah? After we did the other series before that. All right, let's do it on the other side as well. Taking a moment. All right. Already start hugging into the midline of your body. Lift through your pelvic floor. Engage Mula Bandha. Toes to the outside of your left foot. Soft bend through the knees to start. If you feel you can go further, wrapping that foot around. And dropping down into your thighs. When you feel ready, arms out to the side into eagle arms. Or right arm under, left arm over. Binding the forearms to bring the palms to touch. One more breath. Slowly release. Lift. Wrap that leg around. Shifting your weight to your left leg. Lowering your knee down. And then your hips down. Adding nice and grounded on the floor. And wrap your opposite elbow around your knee, turning to look over your left shoulder. And same on this side, you might feel a few things going on, so just tuning into your body, softening through your belly. Not feeling like you have to stay completely static in the pose too. If you feel like you want to lean into or draw the leg in a little, or play with peeling your shoulder back a little. You can move with your body, move with a bit of curiosity. And inhaling. Exhale. Come around. Shifting our weight up into this thigh. Taking the right foot and either going into tree or full variation is to bring the foot in front of the left hip. Option to take your right hand, wrap it around and take hold of your right toe. Raise the left arm up. And place your foot. Pause. Palms together. Let's take a couple of nourishing deep breaths. Noticing the free flow of prana, circulation through your hips and legs.
Right here,